We believe that everyone is an uncommon species, a rare breed, or as we like to call you, inimitable. Here we address issues. We do not sweep them under the carpet. We even break tables when necessary. Hi specials, welcome to Inimitable. I am Praise. Alright, welcome back. On today's episode of Inimitable, we are going to be talking about a topic I think it's very important and has affected a lot of us as creatives and people who would want to achieve purpose and live a fulfilling life. And that is imposter syndrome. Is it communicable? Can you get it by sharing utensils? We'll find out on this episode. And I'm not going to be doing this alone, thank God. Today I have with me a guest. He is a talker, yes. He is a professional talker. He's paid to talk. He is a live show production manager and event manager, professional compere. Today I have with me the inimitable Daniel Adjah. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here on the show. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. All right, without wasting time, we're going to move straight into the topic. Imposter syndrome. Enlighten us, teach us.
Oh, well, imposter syndrome, it just simply means someone who is, or a situation where you are doubting your ability or you feel like you are a fraud. And what's interesting about this is that it affects almost everybody, cuts across industry and different sectors of life. I've read many stories of great men, great women. I've heard different examples of people that have experienced or suffered from imposter syndrome, even at the height of their career. And interestingly, what made me to do that research or search for those stories was because I also experience it from time to time. Yes, so that's exactly what made me to go in search of that. And it's something that can limit you. It can hold you back. It can keep you from aiming high, keep you from achieving more. It can take away the zest and the zeal to even do beyond, what you have already achieved in life so far.
Okay, can I say that, with what you have said, can I say that your self-esteem, the way you see yourself, has a lot to play with how imposter syndrome affects you? For example, why will I feel like a fraud if I don't believe in my ability?
Okay, I don't even think it's so much not believing in your ability.
Okay.
Right? Yes, it has a part to play, but it's not so much about not believing in your ability. For example, for me, whenever I experience it, a lot of times, I set out on a new stage, or I set out on a new sector. For example, I started as a compere, right? And I started doing stuff and getting recommendations, and people were always appreciating and praising what I was doing. But a lot of times, before I climbed stages, years after doing this, right, I feel like I'm going to flop. I feel I'm going to mess things up. I feel like I'm not ready. But I just know that I have to do this because someone has contracted me to do it and I accepted. The process of accepting and reaching the day or the time when you're supposed to start, that realization, are two different things. So I feel like, I'm going to mess up and then I'll be caught. When you are a fraud, imposter is like you are taking the place of someone,
That's
right?
not yours.
It's not your position. You don't have the ability to do this. So that feeling is like, the feeling comes such a way that it tells you, or whatever that thing is, tells you that what you have done so far is a fluke. And it's like a flash in the pan. And so they're going to, this time around, you will mess up and they will catch you. And most often than not, that feeling comes when you have an opportunity to climb on a big stage, right? When you have big opportunities a lot of times. And that's how that happened to me. So, and then when you step down, for example, I'm done hosting that event, right?
Okay.
emceeing that wedding, and you come out, everybody's appreciating you. in your head, you are like, what did I do? What even happened there?
Okay.
I didn't do anything. Okay. What did they see? You are scared, you are frightened, and all of that. I read about someone, one encouragement I got one time, who said that every single time he had to climb on stage to sing, he held pins in his hand.
Whoa.
The pins were causing him pain,
okay,
that took his mind off that fear.
Whoa.
If I think it's more or less fear than even a lack of esteem in yourself at that point. It's the fear of being cut out. It's the fear that they will find you out. It's the fear that you are not good enough for that stage. It's the fear that you're not deserving of that stage. That's more the problem. So a lot of people, like him, for example, use that extreme measure, to deal with that, right? Yes, I won't say what I used to do to deal with mine. But let me even say, to be real, even to this point, coming to sit down here and be part of this show, I've kept on myself. Are you sure you have what to say? I mean, everybody talks about how today is the day that you now talk and you talk off point,
and
right?
the village people will
exactly. And you now say, oh, no, I beg, let's blacklist him. He's not good enough and all of that.
I think another thing there, let me explain it this way.
Yes.
That maybe affects or it has happened to me is maybe there's somebody I look up to.
Okay.
You understand? In my field, there's somebody I look up to. I look up to someone and like a mentor of sorts.
Yeah.
And I want to do something I think the person has not achieved.
Okay.
Maybe because that person is not like I've made that person in quote my yardstick. I feel that if this person has not done this, what gives me the right to do it? And sometimes, guess what? That mentor is the one even pushing me and telling me I can do it. But I'm feeling like, you have not done this. What gives me the right? Why is it okay for me to do it if you have not been able to pull this through?
Yes, it happens in that way too. Affecting your mindset. The fact that, there's no example, there's no yardstick I'm going to use, so it's impossible. That is the doubt. That's the doubt in your abilities. And we are made for more. There's no limit to what we can achieve, especially as creatives. Anything we set our mind to do and we put proper planning and preparation into, we can achieve it. But when you have tied your achievement to people that have gone ahead of you, it limits you. And then we forget that we are made to be greater than those that are examples. We are made to be greater than those that have gone ahead. Please, can you repeat that statement again? So we forget that we are made to be greater than those that are examples. Of course, and then you say, for example, now your mentor might even be the one that's pushing you to achieve this.
That's right.
And that is the right kind of example you need. You need someone who knows that this is possible. I probably could not do it. I may never do it for whatever reason. Maybe age, time, priorities. And they are now trying to push you to go beyond them, and then you now want to hold yourself back. You're telling yourself, if you didn't do it, why am I stressing myself for? Forgetting that therein lies more success. Therein lies your greatness. Therein lies your ability to become more than you have ever imagined. Therein lies your record-breaking opportunity. And so you hold yourself back, from stepping out, from breaking the barrier, from breaking the ceiling that has been set and raising the bar. And then, and from that point now, you begin to dwindle. Because as soon as you stop trying to, step beyond what has been done, achieve more, you get to a point of stagnation. And finally you see yourself going down. Because when you've achieved, we're not so, as creatives, in fact, as people generally in the world, we're not supposed to rest on our hours. We're not supposed to rest on what we have achieved so far. We're supposed to be able to express and step out more. You achieve a goal, you go for more. You achieve this goal, you set more, and you keep on growing. But you see that syndrome, that feeling, that thing, I can say almost like into village people, they're like saying, you don't to try. Rest. Do you understand?
Don't go again.
You don't do. And then, and as a believer, it also is also limiting because God has made us for more.
Definitely.
Like I said earlier, as humans generally, and even as believers now, because I have to speak on that point of view too, I am limitless in what I can achieve because God my Father is too.
Yes.
So by trying to limit yourself, you're also limiting God and all the abilities He has deposited inside of you.
Whoa. In just a few minutes I have received, I told you, he's a bold talker. But guess what? Our time is up. But you are not going anywhere. We are definitely going to have a part 2 because we still have to know how do we fight this imposter syndrome. Yes, sir. We are not going.
Okay.
How do we fight this imposter syndrome? So right now we have to hurry. And I would say thank you, people. I hope you've learned something in this episode. What is imposter syndrome? So that feeling that you used to have, and you say, hey, village people after my life, today I cannot do this. And sometimes it's not even people outside, it's not even a mentor, it's your family and friends because they have seen you finish.
Yes.
They know you too much.
Yes.
They say, where are you going to? You want to be president? Come back here. You understand? You cannot do this, you cannot do that. So sometimes it's even the people closest to us. So in next episode, we're going to find out how do we deal with this imposter syndrome so that we can achieve all that God has planned and purpose for our lives. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so for your own good. Okay, please subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, like, share. People need to hear this good news that we are sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And Daniel Adjah, thank you for being with us on this episode. But you're going to come for the next episode again, please. We have to continue and wrap up this topic. So people, continue being inimitable.